Hey guys, welcome back to the tutorial series video number 2. In the last video we worked on selecting different parts of the image that we know we're going to work on and identifying the points that we do need to work on when we're going to retouch. Now today's topic is going to be about selection and stamping and cloning. So I'm going to make a copy of this background layer just in case I mess up. I can always go back to my original image and therefore have it safe. I'm going to hide this selection that we did, and I'm going to start off with identifying what I need to do first in the image. So I usually like to start with the environment, and it can vary person to person, but this is just how I like to do it, so it saves time. And the first thing that I have identified is that I need to be able to take this out. So the first thing I'm going to do is perhaps stamp it. It allows me to take a stamp of a certain area and clone it to a different part of the image. So I'll just take my image from there and I'll start cloning it. In some cases, you can see that I'm starting to get this line. That's because I went off the image and I don't want to do that. So I'll just stamp it, I'll just stamp over it again, and what that will do is take away. Now, an issue that I'm facing right now is when I'm stamping it, it's starting to affect the image as well. It's starting to affect the legs as well. And I don't want that. No matter how I do it, I'm going to affect the legs in some way to my edge. So a really quick way to fix that would be to make a selection. A selection is just an area that's selected in your image. For example, if I use the marquee tool and I make a selection, this is the current area that's selected. Now, if I want to paint on it or do anything, it will only affect that area. And even if I go lower, it won't do anything to that. So what I want is to be able to select maybe this part of the image, and so I don't affect my model and I don't affect her clothes. So I'm going to try to work around that. So let's delete this layer, start again, and now I want to be able to select all of this. There are different tools in Photoshop used for selection, but today I'm going to be working on my lasso, which just allows me to create that selection. And when I bring it back to my original point, it will complete the selection and make the selection proper. Now, I might have missed a few areas in my selection. For example, this I think should be added, and I'll just click on Shift, and can you see that plus sign? And now I will just maybe add that to the image, and there. Now that's also part of the selection. I can drag my image down by pressing the spacebar, and I will select this as well because I missed it out. And there we go. We have that selection as well. Now I have that part of the image selected. Now when I go into my stamp and when I start stamping, I will be able to work on the image while not affecting. And I like to do it repeatedly and keep on making selections so it appears more natural. And yeah, but now I don't have to worry about getting on your clothes. We might have to make it neat by the end, but that's something I can do with time. Okay, so now that I've made the selection, it's a bit rough around the edges and I'm gonna fix that. What I will do now is I will get into my brush. I will change the properties of it and make it a bit hard. Currently it's a bit soft, which means its edges are a bit softer and they have a gradient. But if I make it hard, it's going to have a very defined edge. So let's try doing that. I'm going to take my and as you can see that I have a harder brush, so it's more defined. I can make my brush size smaller and it won't affect my holds it all. And I can get to this edge as well. And there, that's good. So now let's see a before and after. And I just took that away from the image. Perfect. Now let's work on one more thing. And let's work on maybe getting this part of the image out. So what I need to do is I will take a selection. I will try to follow the same pattern and try to extend it. So I know that this pattern will go somewhere around here. And what I'll do is I'll create a new layer and I will start working on my new layer. That way I can affect my selection later on, and if there's anything else I need to work on it, I can do that alongside. So in this case that I've messed up, I can always go back. Maybe that might have not been the perfect selection. Let's try choosing this one. And wait, back to my layer. Be careful when you're selecting. You have to be careful what layer you're selecting from. So now I'm selecting from my copy and I'm pasting on my new layer that I've created. So now I'm just going to stamp that in. And notice how this kind of looks messy. So I'm going to just modify the image in a way that it matches. And I can just modify it a bit. And there we go. The parts that I don't like, I can just erase off because now we're on a separate layer and I can make it as neat as I'd like. And maybe I need to just further up. There we go. And there we go. And now we have fixed that corner and it seems to match. Obviously when I'm retouching later on, I'm going to fix the lighting and everything to make it look more natural, but those are things that I will do alongside. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm going to work on the different cloning and I'm going to get back to you guys in the next video where we'll continue working on the image. Hey guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends so it can benefit more people. And take care.